This is my parking garage problem code. I have many inputs, clocks and resets. Payment and permit will let me know if the customer is paid or if they have a permit to let them in. An input for each of the parking spots, an array to keep track of which spot on the 7-segment display to use and which number to use in the spot. And then I have this LED counter and LED activate, which will help me run this little script right here that will basically keep each of the LED displays on, or at least give the appearance that it is on as it just continues to increase. As for the code to get the actual display of the parking spots, I have it set up so that first we check that the person has either paid or has a permit with an OR gate. If they do have that, then the code looks at each of the spots to see if it is activated. If I have them attached to each of the switches, and if the switch is on, that gives a 1. If it's not on, it's a 0. And if it has a 0, that means that spot is available. So it will use each of the spots to display the number of the floor and the number of the spot. I have the first and the third display spots turned off just for aesthetics. And it goes through each of those, checking to see if the spot is taken or not. And it basically just does that. If the person has not paid or if they do not have a permit, then just a kind of like a dashes indicating no display is set out. And yeah, so let's check it out in full use. So here we have it set up. I have the permit and payment set to these 2 buttons. So, and the switches represent the parking spots. So for instance, we start over here. The first one is the first floor, the first spot. The last one is the second floor, the 8th spot. So we can see that the first floor, first spot is not taken. So if we were to pay, we would get an output of first floor, first spot. Let's say that person goes and parks there. Next person has a permit. Now the first floor, third spot is available. And it basically keeps doing this way, it keeps going out. We fill all the spots. First floor, 6th, that is actually an activated 5, so that's why. First floor, 6th spot. If the second person leaves, then now the first available spot is the first floor and the second spot. As you can see, it also has the dashes when no one is trying to go in or if they can't go in. So if we were to fill all the spots, I'll just keep showing how it works. Now, if we have all the spots, the last display says full. And that is my project.